Hello, I'm Selassie, and welcome to the Cartel's video raid guides. Today we're going to be in Blackwing Descent, and we're going to be going over the Omnitron Defense system. The Omnitron Defense system is a 4-boss council encounter, and then they've got a host of different abilities to mention. We've engaged Magnetron here. Magnetron does incendiary to receive security measure, as you can see there, which is pretty much just a AoE damage that's going to be difficult for your healers. We spread out 6 yards to deal with this. His main ability will be acquiring target. As you can see there, he acquired a target and casts a red laser beam between him and them. Shortly after, he'll do a big flame jet. Anyone that's in the line of that flame jet is going to take damage, so the way we deal with that is the person who gets it stands still and everyone else moves out of the way, so they're not going to take damage from the big flame jet, and the healers can concentrate heals on that person. With electrons being engaged here, the big thing to talk about is that each boss will have a barrier. As soon as the next boss is active, the first boss's barrier is going to become active, and you can't DPS the barrier down. It's a call for concentration on DPS, really. It's about switching off the boss as soon as the other one's active, so you don't burn down the shield. If you ever knock a boss's shield down, it's going to cause massive raid damage and probably end in a wipe. So it's about careful communication on vent, making sure that you switch as soon as the next boss is up and everyone knows who the next DPS target is. Electron does lightning conductor. Lightning conductor will cast on a random raid member, and everyone's got to be out of range of them, so needless to say, your raid should be spread out 6 yards from everyone anyway, but that person moves further out the raid and communicates that they've got it, and as soon as the debuff drops they can come back in. Next, Toxitron's active. Toxitron is a nature resist boss, so nature resist aura or the hunter's ability would do well. As you can see, I've got lightning conductor here, so everyone's getting out of the way of me. But going back to Toxitron's abilities, he's going to drop that big toxic puddle on the floor. Hasten to say don't be in it. But his major ability is going to be his adds that he spawns. We need to get the adds down really quick because these can affect the raid. We don't want these getting to their targets, so all frost traps, AoE stun abilities can be used on the adds. I advise that you use them and we get them down as quickly as possible. Here we're switching to the next boss, Arcanotron, making sure we don't burn down Toxitron's shield. We still got to deal with whatever boss is up, so you're always dealing with 2 bosses' abilities at all times, but then it's always going to become redundant after that, and it's going to be a cycling chain of 2 different bosses' abilities. Now with each boss having 3 abilities, that's 12 different abilities to master, but they are all quite simple in effect, and generally most of them require that the raid spreads out 6 yards and you get adds down and you don't stand in stuff on the floor, and if there's a big laser beam coming at you, you stay still and everyone else gets out of the way. It's a lot more simple in design than actually study, so it's best to get in there and spread out and communicate on vent, and you should get the encounter down. The abilities are not as complicated as they sound, so it's much a rinse and repeat here. As you can see, we're just going through, we're dealing with Magnetron and Arcanotron at the moment, so quite a difficult combination for the healers. It is a rinse and repeat phase. You should deal with each ability 3 or 4 times during the encounter. The biggest thing to mention is just not to burn down one of the boss's shield. It is essential that you switch as soon as the next boss is up. You stay spread out and you don't get other members of the raid killed to stupid stuff. So we're dealing with Electron and Magnetron at the moment. As you can see in the background, the person with the acquiring target is well out of the way of everyone else. They're the only person taking damage. The healers knew that because it was communicating in vent, so we can deal with the damage spikes that are coming out, keep the raid up. It's like any encounter, keeping 10 players up through it's gonna play well. We're doing it with 9 at the moment, but that's a different story altogether. This is our first kill that I've included. Always do videos of our first kills. So again, Toxitron's active, so I've got nature resist up. I'm getting out of the puddle of crap on the floor and staying spread out. Ads are out, so we need to get these down as a priority now. Slow them. Obviously hunter frost traps and all that jazz. The switch is coming really soon, so we'll be switching. Yeah, there it is. We're over to our Omnitron, making sure we don't burn down Toxitron's shield. Be aware that it's still going to do another ad phase, so we need to be aware of that. Here come the ads. Make sure you get back on the right boss. If for some reason you're not sure, make sure you call it out in vent. There should be an assigned person who will be leading the switches. That's crucial, that you have one person leading the switches, and anyone calling out any of the distinct abilities they get, i.e. power conversion, acquiring target, and lightning conductor. So we're into the last 20%. Most important thing here is obviously not to tunnel vision. Bloodlust, I think, was blown around about 25%. So now it's a race to the end. Make sure you don't tunnel vision. Just keep a handle on all the different AoE stun, AoE abilities, and damage abilities that are going on. And make sure you don't white raid to anything stupid by acquiring a target into them, and you'll be fine. It should be quite an easy encounter for you to get down. Didn't take us many attempts, to be honest, and that was when it was all in blues. Current gear level, it should be not a difficult encounter at all for you and your guild to conquer. Just make sure you don't burn down shields. Like I say, that's the most important thing, is that you switch at the right time. And there you go, that's our first kill. There, the boss goes down, and it's over. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and that's all the tips I have.